Welcome to the you gotta say it with me, ho.
I thought you were gonna say it.
DeVito Show.
Woo! I'm your host, Donnie DeVito.
And I'm not Danny.
Welcome to the podcast. This is the first episode.
First official episode. You know, Denny finally,
Donnie,
finally got his shit together.
Yes.
And I got a cheap ass app on his laptop. It was actually
so cheap. It was free, actually. So.
Oh wow! Look at you balling on a budget.
Yeah, we got until we start getting our sponsor.
So
today's episode is unofficially sponsored by Trojan Small Sizes.
It's not about the size of the ship, but the motion in the ocean.
Right on.
All right, so we have a special guest. His name is not Antonio, but we're going to refer to him as Denny. Denny, say hello.
Hello.
I hope y'all heard him because I sure as hell didn't. But anyways, so...
the microphone is off-center because we have a giant pole going through the table.
But we're not at a strip club, so don't get it twisted.
We could be. You guys don't know that.
We're not at the HCC, not Del Mabry campus.
And the
not Tampa, Florida.
The not... open area with not open seats.
Anyways, let's just cut to the chase. So we were explaining to Denny how we got to this podcast.
Yes, it started out with just a casual conversation between the two hosts here, and we wanted to name the podcast. We named it after our very favorite person ever,
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
We love you.
Unofficial mascots: Danny DeCito and Danny Dorito.
Depending on what your preference is. But anyway, so we just started talking about SpongeBob, and then we got into Disney and Pixar and our top 5 movies, and then we got into the Pixar theory. It was just a genuine conversation. We
realized how effective we could make this into a podcast, so here it is, episode 1.
I didn't think he was being serious, but But today's topic, we will be talking about, we're finishing our first year of college, getting our AAs, and shut up, bro.
We're about to. We've practically been out of high school for a whole year now.
Yeah, and it feels surreal. Like, we have exams coming up. A lot of the exams are optional. I don't know how that grading system works. Like, one of my exams, actually, the abnormal psych teacher was telling me that it's basically, it can only hurt you census. So let's say you get like a 40, a 45, a 50, and a 55 on exams 1 through 4, right? And the 40 is the lowest. And you know how normally you take the final and they say, oh, well, it's gonna replace your lowest test grade?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does.
So
hold on, I'm not done.
Okay.
So you get a 20 on the final, and that 20 replaces the 40, and then your grade drops.
That's kind of similar. My math teacher, we had 4 chapter tests, and it was, if you get an average of an A on them, you get an A on your final and an A in the class.
Yeah.
So because I averaged a B on them, I got a B in the class.
So college exam scoring systems are kind of just trash at this point. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I have a final that if it's quote unquote optional, but they put in a 0 as an assignment grade, and it's just gonna drop your grade. So now I gotta take it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh yeah, it can only help you. It can actually only help you because you have to take it. Because if you get a 0, then it just drops you a whole letter grade.
I actually made a very small, it was a few seconds, I made this thing on my Google Docs about just a guideline to this episode.
Oh yeah?
Yes. So the first little bullet point was just, we were just going to talk about our overall opinions about college versus high school.
So
just overall thoughts, general thoughts.
I want to give the spotlight to our guest here, Denny. Yeah. What are your thoughts on your first year of college in Tampa, Florida?
Whoa.
Not Tampa, Florida.
Speak up, bro.
Well, for me, my first year of college was pretty abysmal. I didn't make any friends. I was just there, standing around, just looking at people. No one really wants to talk. It's a community college, so everyone's just
getting their shit done and everything.
I'm just here for a day. Don't fucking talk to me, you peasant. It was just
that was kind of me, except for I don't know. It was great because that I knew so many people from high school.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for you guys, I would have been lost because I don't want to make new friends anymore. Honestly.
The only thing I had was my best friends because, I'm a loner. I don't like people like that, so I was just chilling.
Loners forever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I find college. I thought college was going to be a lot harder than high school, and to me, it's easier.
Really? Why?
Well, because like I think where it comes in for me is how high school was 7 classes a day, 5 days a week. It was full time. Except for you can be a part-time college student. Like I take 4 classes and I go to each class twice a week. And it's really easy because it's like instead of having to like I have to go home and do homework for 7 classes that are due tomorrow.
And keep in reference, this is only referring to like the first 2 years of community college because we haven't entered in like the university.
We're not into state university yet. We just assume that the first 2 years of college is same throughout.
Yeah, so like our opinions are going to change in like a year and a half probably. We know
when we revisit this topic.
We know the university life is going to be completely different. But what gets me is that like the first year of community college, it's all your pre-ex. By the way, if any high schoolers are listening, take your dual enrollment classes, or if you know anyone, do your dual enrollment.
You would recommend dual enrollment?
Of course, that's fucking free.
Well, I get that it's free, but it's just like you're putting more work on yourself in high school to go to a community college.
Because there are seniors like myself who had nothing better to do, and then just to go home early. You could easily knock out like 1 or 2 or even 3 college classes and like practically get your AA within like the first year.
But something I would not recommend to high school is AP classes. I would never recommend.
Oh yeah, AP classes are a waste of time. They're a waste of money.
They're harder than what you do in college.
Yeah, and then majority of the time that the AP classes that you choose, they don't even follow your degree, and if they do, it's probably like 1 out of the 5 that you took.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just took honors classes in high school.
That's fine. Honors classes are fine, but AP classes are a waste of time and space. Just put your time in towards dual enrollment to get your pre-ex out of the way. English, math, and science.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, because like for me in my radiology program, like it's really 6 prereqs, but I could have done 4 of them in high school if I really wanted to, and I would have been done in a semester.
I got what 6 credits out of the way in my senior year because I was taking English 1 and 2 with Gagne.
Oh yeah.
Not Gagne, excuse me.
All right, but would you recommend community college? What would you say to someone who's a senior and they don't know what their next step is?
Honestly, I would go to community college. I would finish the first year because there are a lot of people who like go through the first semester and determine that college isn't for them. I'd finish that first year.
I feel
and then go from there.
I feel like the word college is like can be very scary.
Yeah.
And community college is the exact opposite. It's really easy, simple.
Yeah, because majority of the time, like your community college is going to be cheaper, and then if you're living in state, it's going to be cheaper than out of state tuition. You don't have to worry about living on campus. I mean, the campus housing here kind of sucks. It's mainly for like the international students,
but state universities would have better.
But they're more expensive. But that's beside the point. Like,
well, I think that's a point that gets included. Like HCC is is really cheap.
I'm just saying, those who are going to college, and even those who know what they want to do, go to a community college first. It saves you a couple $100. Even if you're using financial aid, you get the money back. You get more money back, and that way you can save that for your university life.
Well, and it's just like I would recommend community college anyway because like you're doing your prereqs.
Exactly.
You're doing the same classes here as you are.
And then these prereqs, if you need extra help, the classes are they're a quarter of the size that you get at a university. So you get that special attention if you need help. Because if you're taking a class that
how many times have you walked into a class and there's like 10 kids in there?
All my classes have been full.
No, dude, there's been days where I've had English class and there's like maybe 8 kids.
No one cares about English. You do the essays on your own.
Jesus Christ, I'm just saying, like, I'm adding on to the fact that you can get personal experience.
That's true. But English classes, like, it's just the essays at that point. Yeah. And a lot of the essays are like they're really freelance.
I don't know. At one point I thought that was kind of, it can be difficult to like choose a freelance topic.
Okay.
Whereas like, I don't know, I sometimes it can be easier like, okay, here's your topic. All right, now I have like a very specific thing to do.
It's like, it's freelance, but it's specific. You get what I'm saying?
It's a freelance topic specific type of essay.
Like give me a how-to essay or give me the process of essay.
Yeah.
Like it narrows it, but it's still very broadened.
Let me, I think we kind of covered most of the topics that I had.
How long has this been going?
This has been going, we're almost at the 10-minute mark.
10 minutes? Jesus
Yes.
Christ, who the fuck is going to listen to this bullshit?
Hopefully somebody.
Norma? I mean, not Norma?
Not Norma. Shout out.
We love you, not Norma.
So the first thing was overall thoughts, and then the second bullet point, I don't know why I said difficulty, like...
Okay, let's skip over difficulty. I want to talk about, let's get a little personal.
Okay.
All right, so Jenny, you haven't said much, and it's really pissing me the hell off.
Should we just, like, well, we could say should just call that, like, the first segment, and then move on to a different topic of conversation.
Do you want to, like, cut it off here, and then...
We could, yeah.
And then, like, do another one?
Okay.